Hey, Clifford here from Telescene Tohoku speaking, and this is Yosakoi Matsuri! Michinoku YOSAKOI. It's a festival that I chanced upon over 6 years ago, and every year since, I've never ceased to be amazed by the passionate dancing, especially of young people. Then there's the bright and bold colors of the nicely designed costumes they wear. Colors that contrast with the normal muted palette of everyday life here in Tohoku. Now don't get me wrong, Sendai knows how to celebrate. There's some kind of festival or event held downtown almost every weekend. But there's something about Michinoku YOSAKOI that's always drawn me, and I wanted to find out what that was. The Yosakoi Festival started in 1954 in Koichi Prefecture on the island of Shikoku as a way of sort of revitalizing the local economy during that period of time. What I love about this festival is that it's a celebration of traditional folk dance and folk songs blended with a mix of modern Japanese elements. It also celebrates creativity, individuality of expression through fashion and dance, and it celebrates the vitality of youth. But don't take my word for it, take a look. Now, compared to other Japanese festivals, the Yosakoi Festival is a relatively modern invention, and the Michinoku Yosakoi is now in its 21st year. And at its height, in its short history, as many as 230 teams have participated. This year, 2018, over 140 teams from all around the country participated in the festival. The aim of the Michinoku Yosakoi is twofold. First, much like in the spirit of the original, the event organizers want to help revitalize local economies and foster communication between local communities. And then second, they want to help cultivate the young people of Tohoku, as well as cultivate within them a sense of pride in their hometowns and local communities. Towns all across the country come to celebrate Yosakoi Matsuri in various locales across the country, Sendai being one of those places, and they mix a little flavor of their own folk dances from their hometown, so they celebrate that. In fact, I even got to see today a group from Sendai incorporating elements of the sparrow dance into their Yosakoi Matsuri performance, so that was really cool. Now, as you're drawn into the atmosphere of the Michinoku Yosakoi, I want you to pay attention to four things. First, you got the costumes. Bright, bold colors, and in the middle of dance performances, there are plenty of costume changes. I dare say there are more costume changes than a bride at a modern Japanese wedding. Second, you have the dancing, which isn't quite like traditional set patterns of dancing. Teams get together, young people, they express their own creativity and they choreograph together. And so there's lots of different flavors and styles with dancing. Third, you have the music. And a lot of times the costumes are made to match the theme that the music is portraying. But I've seen and heard many different styles of music. You have enka, you have traditional like sparrow dancing in the case of Sendai. I've heard even rock music, so that's really interesting and out there in terms of expression. And then the fourth distinctive feature of the Yosakoi festival is the naruko that they shake, or the bird rattle, which is precisely what it sounds like. It's something that was used long ago by farmers to scare away birds from devouring their crops. And since the very first Yosakoi in Kochi City in 1954, the bird rattle has just been a signature tool that's been used. There are also a number of different competitions that take place during the Michinoku Yosakoi festival. One is amongst the performers themselves, and competition is pretty fierce. Over 146 teams attended the festival. 63 of them entered the competition, which is basically a tournament that happens over 3 rounds. And the top 10 teams advance to the final round. So they duke it out against one another, as well as trying to topple a special 11th team, which are the champions from the previous year's competition. So all of these teams are vying for a chance at glory. And there are a number of different awards that are given. You have the Miyagi Prefectural Award, you have the Sendai City Award, you have the Excellence Award. But the award that really matters, really matters, is being recognized as the Michinoku Yosakoi Festival champion, because along with that recognition, this team is automatically advanced to the final round of the next year's competition. So that position is highly coveted. Now, the second competition that takes place during the festival is not amongst the performers, but amongst the audience, because a number of different people will come with their cameras to take pictures of the bold and beautiful, bright colors of the performers. And so they enter their photos into a competition, and the best photos will receive awards as well. And this small festival that was meant to revitalize a local economy has become an international phenomenon, being celebrated in places as far as Europe, in the Netherlands, in France. You have celebrations in Vietnam, in Ghana, in Malaysia, in various parts of the US, such as in New York and in Hawaii. People celebrate the Yosakoi, so you should go ahead and check it out. If you are interested in coming to Sendai and watching the Yosakoi Matsuri, it's usually held on the first weekend of October, around the 6th, 7th, or 8th. And if you don't have a car, there's no need to fear. You can pretty much access most, if not all of the stages on the different exits of the Namboku or North-South subway line that runs through Sendai. So guys, that's it for the Michinoku Yosakoi Festival. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Click subscribe down below. I'm going to leave some links to some full performance videos that I actually took during the Yosakoi Festival, as well as a link to the original Kochi City 2018 Yosakoi Festival video. It is awesome. All right, check you guys on the flip side. Peace.
Beautiful.